Hi everybody. Wanted to read you this fun story. It's about a little girl named Rosie. And sometimes you might not feel like you're as special as everybody else. But then something happens that makes you able to do your best and shine. So let's see what Rosie's plan is. This is called Rosie Sprout's Time to Shine. It's by Allison Warch, and it's a great book for us to read this week as we're learning about plants and flowers too. Sometimes you can even grow friendship. So let's see. Let's take a look at this book. Violet was the best, and everyone agreed. She ran the fastest in gym class. She sang the highest in the choir practice. She was the loudest storyteller at lunchtime, and she looked the fanciest on picture day. Violet was definitely the best, and everyone agreed, except for Rosie. Rosie was not a fast runner. She could not sing very high. She was not the loudest storyteller, and she did not get very fancy on picture day. But Rosie was tired of hearing about Violet being the best. Sometimes when people brag too much, it's not very nice. One morning, Miss Willis told the class they would each grow their own pea plants in little pots on the windowsill in the back of the classroom. Everyone was excited. Violet was the most excited. Her plant would definitely be the tallest. She was the best after all. For homework, the students had to decorate their pots. Plants like nice places to grow, Miss Willis said. Violet's pot was the sparkliest. Rosie's wasn't, but it still seemed like a nice place to grow. See, I even put sparkles on the inside. Look at Rosie's. It's so sweet. Just a little blue heart. And Miss Willis helped the students put soil into their pots. She asked, "What do seeds need to become healthy plants?" "Air, soil, water, sunlight." Miss Willis was impressed. "What good gardeners you all are." Rosie made a hole in the soil with her finger, dropped in a little seed, and covered it up. Look, it's just like what we're doing. Days went by and everyone waited. They watered their pots, but nothing happened. Even Violet's isn't growing. Well, when it does, it'll probably be the best. Yeah, probably. Peas are gross anyway. We should have planted watermelons or something. My sister's into kumquats. Then one afternoon, Rosie noticed a green dot poking through her soil. There was a tip of green in Violet's pot, too. Rosie couldn't wait to show Miss Willis, but Violet was the fastest, and she yelled, "Mine is the first to grow! Hooray!" The next morning, Rosie got to school early to check on her plant. She was very proud of it, but Violet's was a little bigger than hers. "Oh, it figures," Rosie said. She looked over her shoulder. No one was there yet except Miss Willis, who was writing vocabulary words on the chalkboard. Quickly, Rosie pushed the top of the soil on Violet's plant. There, she thought, now my plant is the best. She slid into her seat. Do you think that was the right thing for her to do? I think she was feeling a little jealous about Violet's plant. But I still think that she probably shouldn't have done that. That's kind of being a bucket dipper. Rosie felt like the best for a few seconds. Then she started to feel a little guilty. But the bell rang, and she knew it was too late to fix things. When everyone was seated, Rosie noticed that Violet wasn't there. "Good morning, class. I wanted to let you know that Violet won't be in school for a few days. She has the chicken pox." Rosie slinked down in her chair. She started feeling bad for Violet's plant. Now she was feeling a little bad for Violet, too. Just a little. She knew what she had to do. For the next few weeks, Rosie came to school early and took care of 2 plants. She gently shook off the soil she pushed on top of Violet's little sprout. She watered her plant, and she also watered Violet's. She's doing a great job. This is so great because even though we all know that we can do some things wrong, but when we make them right and we think about others, that is the best way to be a bucket filler. Good job, Rosie. She sang quiet little songs about growing to her plant, and then she sang to violets. I bet she's singing songs just like we sing. Let's sing them together. Water, 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 drink it up, thirsty flowers. She made sure they both were in bright sunlight. Look, she's keeping track of them. She's drawing pictures. Look how big they're getting. Miss Willis was very pleased. I believe you're the best gardener I've ever had, Rosie. Yes, definitely the best. Rosie beamed. I bet she felt pretty proud of herself and special too, don't you think? When Violet finally returned to school, everyone crowded around to hear about her chickenpox. I ate mint chocolate chip ice cream and watched TV for days and days and days, and my mom bought me a new shirt and a new bracelet and 3 new pencils with blue erasers. My doctor told me I had the worst case of chickenpox he'd ever seen. It wasn't long before Violet remembered about her pea plant. When she skipped to the back of the classroom, everyone followed. My plant is the tallest! Hooray! Violet exclaimed happy, and then she noticed the one next to hers. Whose is that? That's Rosie's. She's been taking such good care of both plants, Miss Willis told the class. Everyone agreed. Violet's and Rosie's plants were the tallest. Thanks, Rosie, Violet said very quietly. Well, she said much louder to everyone, returned to their seats. Mine's the sparkliest! Miss Willis looked at Rosie. Rosie looked at Miss Willis, and they smiled. The end. When Rosie helped out Violet's plant and did it without saying a word or without bragging, that's what Mrs. Clemenson likes to call quiet awesomeness. That means when you do the right thing, just because it's the right thing to do, you don't need to brag about it or tell everybody about it or let everybody know. You just do the right thing because in your heart you know that that's the right thing to do. So Rosie definitely turned things around and showed some quiet awesomeness. And she did a really good job taking care of those plants. Have a great day. Let me know how your plants are going.